Hello friends, welcome to a new video. There's nothing Washington loves more than a scandal. Most fade quickly, but every once in a while, there's a scandal that takes root, one that just won't go away. President Nixon had Watergate, President Bill Clinton had Whitewater, and President Trump now has Jeffrey Epstein. But what's unique about the Epstein-Gate scandal is that it's not something Democrats have pinned on Trump. From the start, the scandal was entirely of Trump's own making. He brought it on himself. He built it. He fanned the flames. And now he can't get out from under it. Forget politics. Just step back for a moment and examine how Trump mishandled the Epstein affair. It's been one ham-handed mistake after another. Either he or whoever is advising him on how to deal with Epstein should be fired for incompetence. It all started with a baseless conspiracy theory spread by right-wing extremists accusing Democrats of withholding the Epstein files in order to cover up the names of prominent Democrats involved in Epstein's sex trafficking operation. Rather than dismiss it as another Looney Tunes theory, Trump took it on board, as he had done with the earlier innate conspiracy theory, and made it his own. Prominent supporters like J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and Dan Bongino have called on the Justice Department to release the full Epstein files, and Trump has promised to do so if elected. That's mistake number one. Then, once back in office, Trump continued to fan the flames. On February 21st, now Attorney General Pam Bondi told Fox News that the Epstein file was sitting on my desk for review at the time. And, lest there be any doubt about who really runs the Justice Department, he added, "This is President Trump's directive." 6 days later, he invited a group of right-wing influencers to the White House and gave them large binders labeled the Epstein Files. Phase 1. This did nothing but raise expectations among Trump supporters that the truth would eventually come out at some future stage. That's mistake number 2. Then, on July 7, Trump did a complete U-turn. With his approval, Bondi issued a statement saying that the Justice Department was dropping the whole thing because it found no criminal client list for Epstein, and there wasn't enough information to charge anyone associated with him. Trump not only praised Bundy's decision, but he also scolded fellow Republicans on social media, telling them to move on and stop wasting time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, who nobody cares about. That's mistake number 3. Meanwhile, House Republicans tried to help Trump settle the Epstein case by subpoenaing the House Oversight Committee for all the Epstein files from the Justice Department and the Epstein estate. It only made it worse. Evidence emerged from those documents that Trump was closer to Epstein than he had admitted. First came the famous birthday book, which allegedly contained a drawing and a message of advice from Trump. Second, 3 emails were released by Democrats last week, one of which Epstein said Trump had spent hours at his home of Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's victims. It only raised more questions about Trump's relationship with convicted sex offender, who died in prison in 2019. That was mistake number 4. For his part, House Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican Louisiana, adjourned the House of Representatives for nearly 8 weeks, in part to avoid a vote on a bipartisan resolution demanding that the Justice Department release Epstein's full files. He did so, only to be forced to schedule a vote for this week, with dozens of Republicans expected to join Democrats in voting. At the last minute, in desperation, Trump even summoned Representative Lauren Boebert, Republican Colorado, to the White House to try to persuade her to change her vote. She refused. Mistakes 5 and 6. After that, Trump ordered the Justice Department to investigate prominent Democrats who might have had ties to Epstein. Bondi quickly agreed, even though, after an earlier investigation, he had concluded that there was no incriminating evidence against anyone. This enabled Bondi to say that she could not release the Epstein files because of the pending investigation. But then, after fighting it for 2 months, Trump suddenly changed course and urged Republicans to vote to release the files. This would only keep the Epstein scandal alive. Mistakes 7 and 8. For Trump, as columnist Jonathan Alter wrote, the Epstein scandal is like a bad case of herpes. It just won't go away. Why? Because Trump still won't do what he should have done in the first place and release all the files. Thanks for watching our videos.